feel about where we've been in this free agency. We feel great about what we've been in free agency. All in. All in. All in. We're all in with these young guys coming up. And we're all in with this draft. And we're all in with knowing that you have to go. You can't. How do we feel about where we've been in this free agency? We feel great about
what the fuck are we supposed to do? We're some real pretty shit now, man.
You finished?
That's it, man. Game over, man.
Game over, man. Shout out to my buddy Wade, who sent me. He said, "Game over, man. We're screwed with the Joneses. Game over." Well, not exactly. The draft starts tomorrow, and shout out to my main man who's driven, 3 hours to get here? Left early and came in to hear the shit show.
What's up, everybody? Game time, Bryan, in the house. I am in the hallowed halls.
Hallowed?
I don't know how hallowed it is, but...
Isn't that like when they bury? Didn't he mean like they dug out the ground to bury people?
I don't know what I'm saying.
The hallowed ground.
Stop.
We ain't got no people. There ain't no bodies buried in here. Don't start that one out.
We got JoJo in the house, Twiz. What's up, Bryan SoCal, Isaac Ramirez. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm hitting your thing.
You're okay.
It's a battle of the mouse.
He's trying to steal my mouse. He's trying to. Okay.
Well, I feel like I'm home, man. I feel like.
Okay. All right. So I got to figure out a way to have dual mice in here to be able to use.
What's up, Brad? We were just talking about Brad.
Brad, what's going on? Bryan SoCal. Shout out to Bryan SoCal because he is the designer of the Joe Boo right here. We've got tomorrow premiering some incredible shirts done by my wife, Tracy. You know, she does my clothes. Okay. It used to be she would just lay out my clothes for me and say, here's what you're going to wear so you don't look like a ragamuffin. Now she makes my clothes and things for me. So shout out to her.
Yeah. I saw the shirts, Phil. You're going to love the shirts, man.
It's
the
gonna
shirts
be cool.
are good.
It's definitely going to be. And,
yeah, I'm in the flop chair.
We
Byron B, you got that right.
The flop chair.
That's what they're saying. Famous flop chair.
I sit in that chair a lot of times to do videos. What are they talking about?
I don't know.
Why is it people are always trying to start some shit? Speaking
Jeff
of
Lee,
starting
what's up, brother?
shit,
Dre the Great, what's up, Dre? Byron B, man. I know. I hear you.
Speaking of starting some shit, man.
What?
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones is a problem.
They don't know that they're a problem.
Did you see Mike McCarthy looking like throughout the press conference? I'm telling you, people, he absolutely is. You can't wait till his deal is up. He wants to get his money and run from that organization. I've never seen it. It seemed more, Mark, like a
training camp,
like a training camp state of the Cowboys. We're getting ready for the effing draft, and we got Jerry Jones mumbling and stumbling over,
and scribbling. And Stephen Jones, hey, here's what he scribbled on the paper. You see, some batshit crazy stuff.
It was crazy, people. It was funny to see Mark have a similar reaction to myself, because I didn't think that when I was listening to it, I didn't see it, so I wasn't looking at him, but just hearing it, I was getting enraged driving.
I watched the first 10 minutes of it, and it's like I'll just see the highlights on Twitter. I don't know how
it was good,
I don't know how you sat through and watched the whole thing.
You saw I got a little cat nap. I couldn't.
Oh, that's right. You were knocked out
until you woke me up.
It was kind of like, why are we even doing this?
Yeah. I felt bad for McCarthy. He was just sitting here, but then again, he's making $10 million, so I don't feel that bad for him. Listen, and I'm not trying to be pessimistic here, people, on the eve of the draft, but
no.
Here's the deal. That's what's wrong with the Cowboys. What you saw up on the press conference, up on that stage, that's what's wrong with the Cowboys. Jerry, Steven, just going on and on and on. It's not about you. Jerry's trying to make excuses as to why
they did everything they did.
Yeah, and trying to back it up with stupid, boring minutia. No, Jerry, other teams are doing it better than you. The fact that what the salary cap is going to be 3, 4, and 5 years out, and you still fuck up. Excuse my language, but you still are screwing up these contracts or not doing them in the timely fashion. It's horrendous, people.
Dre the Great, and this is what I've had a couple people that have tweeted back to me and said, watch the whole thing. Like I missed something or I didn't understand, interpret it. I'm sorry. Hearing Jerry Jones saying that, we're all in on the young guys and the draft picks.
How could you come away being encouraged? He said he knows what the cap's going to be 3, 4, and 5 years out, but yet still finds himself in, making stupid moves, flipping switches when obviously he shouldn't. All the timing of all these contracts are coming down around the same time, which a good GM or a good capologist is supposed to space him out. Okay, we can do a contract this year. We can do a couple next year. No, everybody's up on the same year. It's ridiculous.
Let me look at something.
But again, it's not like we're surprised. Now, in saying that, I think Dallas does a hell of a job in drafting. But like I told Mark, I'm going to be frustrated. I can already tell you. I'll be throwing lollipops at myself because everybody and their mother knows what the Cowboys need. You're going to have teams like Green Bay jumping over them, all because they're waiting on an offensive tackle or an offensive center. And everybody knows what they need. They know that they're eyeing up Jonathan Brooks in the second round. You just got to get ahead of Dallas. That's what's wrong. I see what you're doing.
But that's 17, Christian McCaffrey. Okay, this isn't exactly how I was looking, but I was trying to see, because we keep getting told that you that pie, and Jerry loves some pie.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here in my mind thinking that the Eagles have 2 receivers at $25 million. They have a quarterback that's at 51. Right there, just right there.
Again, I wish somebody would have asked. Jerry, say, well, you got a team in your division that's doing it. I'm not saying they're right. They fell off the face of the earth last year, meaning the Eagles. They literally lost 7 out of 8. What would we be saying if our team was in the they were in the first place of the division and they just spit the bit, and then they went into the playoffs and got slammed by Tampa. So it always can be worse.
Pour some honey on you, Twiz. What the hell? I've never heard of Twiz Digga. Who the hell is Twiz Digga? Can somebody please tell me who's
Joey Shakes? Who the hell is Joey Shakes?
Eastside Herald in here, of course, gloating. Sugar Daddy Williams, what's up? Primetime Phil, man. Primetime. We're gonna have fun tomorrow, man. We're gonna be sitting around. We're up. I'm not going to say what floor because I don't want people. But Phil, we're corner room. It's elevated to one of the highest floors in the hotel, and our rooms face down to where the draft is, which is only 0.4 of a mile away. So we should be able to wake up and look out the window.
It's a 10-minute walk, Phil. We don't have to get on nothing.
10-minute walk to the gates to get in. Okay, we are so close that the people mover stop for people to get into the draft is right in front of our hotel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's how close we are to the entrance and getting in. And yes, I'm patting myself on the back.
007
so at
Cowboy.
least we're going to have fun with that.
Clemente,
what's going on?
Hey, Clemente.
Yeah, and by the way, primetime. You weren't around here when me and Game Time discussed the rules, okay? We know you've got Latino blood in you, but this is a bean-free week.
This is a bean-free trip, Phil.
So no beans today, okay?
Mark, show Clemente, because he's the one that gave me that thing that's on the key fob.
What thing? Oh, the Cowboys?
Yeah. There you go, Clemente.
Boom.
There it is, baby. That's his icon. You can see it on the thing.
There you go, right here. Actually, here you go, buddy. Keys, boom. That way, if they're lost, it's not me because I lose shit all the time.
There it is, Clemente.
So, amazing job, Mark Holmes. So, seriously, Phil, we're telling everybody anything that gives you gas or the runs you can't have. Even though there's a taco place
If I know
that's right
Phil,
across
he's
the
going to
street from our
load up
hotel.
on that shit.
He's like, oh, hell no.
He's going to double down on it now.
Okay, that's rule number 1. Number 2, if you disregard rule
I did,
number
David
1,
Cowboy. The spray has been gotten.
if you disregard rule number 1, please use the facilities in the lobby. Okay, that's all we're asking.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't have it blown up. Okay. Okay. Rule number 3, if you disregard rule number 1 and rule number 2, you can't be the first one in the bathroom to get ready for the trip. You got to be the last guy. Okay. So those are our 3 rules here for the
on
trip.
The airplane.
I don't know if anybody else has any other ones, but those are my 3 rules right there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We'll just make sure you live by your own rules.
I'm going to ask you this.
Could ask me?
I'm going to ask you this, man, because you're the expert.
Can I ask you a question?
Let's pretend you are Rain Dakota Prescott.
Yes.
On the day 4 years after your brother took his life, you see this press conference from the Dallas Cowboys. And you hear basically Jerry say, you're going to have to win this shit. But we want you, but we ain't going to get you anybody else. You got to win this shit on your own.
Yeah.
How you feeling right now?
Listen, Mark it brought up a point to me that I hadn't really thought of before. You know, you don't normally think this, but maybe, just maybe, Dak is telling them, I'm holding off until I see a little something from what you guys are doing. He heard the all in, right? He heard that, and I could, picture the press conference like it was yesterday, and he was like, oh, yeah, I'm excited to see what that is. Wow, okay. And then to see him the other day, he looked lost. I felt bad for Dak. He was almost outside of himself why he was stuck in this situation with a team who obviously don't give 2 shits about their players. It's all about the bottom line. I understand it's a business, people, but why can't you be more like, I hate to say it, Brad, be more like Howie Roseman? Either identify, listen, you can say what you want about Hassan Reddick. They identified that he doesn't fit in Fangio's system, and what did they do? Now, I think it was a wrong move, but give him credit for getting him out of the building and moving on.
Okay.
That's all I want. Make clean decisions. I don't give a shit if, I'm sorry, I don't care if Dak's here or not, but make a damn decision.
Kid Cowboy number 66 is saying
you had 8
years. No, Jerry had 8 years. And it doesn't matter with the attitude that they have, the fact that he's talking about worrying about 3 years down the road. We've been worrying about 3 years down the road for 30 years, and we haven't won shit.
Now, listen, I'm not even saying win a Super Bowl, people. We haven't gotten to a championship game. We haven't gotten into a championship
It wasn't gunshots, man. Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on.
The way you jumped.
No, I didn't jump. I just thought.
We're not in the hood, okay?
We will be tomorrow.
Damn.
Come on, man. You got to put your hand. You got to put your hand in between it. You got them big mitts, and it's like
Look
too
at
far.
his hands; they're so big. No, I had it, but it wasn't spinning.
Don't you have the tool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, just leave it. It's not spinning.
Okay.
Anyway,
I've got
playing with his balls over there. You couldn't help himself.
Look at his hands on those balls.
What's up, Lola? How are you? Coach Jeff. Good evening, Mark and Bryan. What's up, Jeff? Linda Conyers is in the house. Taz. Guys, can I go to the draft? Sure, Taz.
We'll meet you there.
Just wait out by the road. David, what's up, man? Kid Cowboy, it's been 30 years.
It's been 30 years, and we're basically blaming Dak Prescott for all 30 of those years.
Busy. Come on now. Now you trolling, Busy. Kingship operations. Question, gents. With the attitude of the front office, do you think that will have a long-term effect on acquiring? I think it already has a kingship operations. Well, in the past, I think, Mark, players would tend to take a little less to come to Dallas to wear the star. Now it's, hell no, because they'll cut you in a heartbeat. They'll ask you to take a pay cut in a heartbeat.
You had Derrick Henry who wanted to be here, but he's like, they didn't even call me.
He says Baltimore was his first choice, but he was surprised. Come on, everybody and their mother knew Dallas was looking for a running back, but Dallas didn't even swim in that pond. What's up, Lola?
Nah, man.
I'm playing with the balls game time, Brian. No diddy. I'm playing with his balls game time. Yeah.
Okay. I got it spinning.
Got to blow on it.
Fuck you, man.
Hit the like button. Thanks, David.
There we go.
Sugar Daddy, what up, man?
Right.
Listen, all I'll tell you is Dallas will do a good job drafting whoever's on the board. I just don't think that they're going to be. I just think that they're handcuffed. I think that they can't even move up because I think they actually need to move up to get a player that they want, but they're not going to be able to. Oh, I lost the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
I should have put it on the screen.
Here you go. Do it on that screen.
That's what she said.
Lies off the rails already. Derrick Henry just wanted the bag from us. I know, Taz. He did want the bag, but why couldn't we talk to him? Nobody said we had to sign him. At least bring him in, sit him down. But they didn't want him. We're too good for him.
Well, here's what I'll say is Cowboys Mafia has been putting a foot in asses. Jay Tuck has definitely been going balls deep against them. Dak Attack has been hitting them in the hall. I love Dak Attack. I want y'all to know when this team still wins 10-plus games next season, I better see folks give Dak his flowers because right now, none of us believe that we got better this offseason.
Well, listen, Dak Attack, 10 wins nowadays is no big deal, bro. So
it is when you've got...
listen, they still have a lot of talent on the team. They still have a lot of talent on the team, people. Again, this is... you can't... Like, 1-1, isn't 3. It's 2.
Great. That's just fucking great, man.
For you, Walker
Now what
Wade.
the fuck are we supposed to do? We're some real pretty shit now, man.
You finished?
That's it, man. Game over, man.
For you, Walker Wade, inspired by you. Believe me, I read your Facebook messages, buddy. I read them. Don't worry, I got you covered. We're screwed.
8 wins get you in. Yeah, Kid Cowboy, 10, maybe 8 wins. I'm just saying 10 wins nowadays. Like 10-6, okay, that was good. Now you'd be 10-7. That's about where I have them. 9-10 wins right now. I mean, we'll see what happens in the draft.
Well, here's the thing. The Cowboys screw up. They mess around.
Everybody.
And somehow Dak helps to pull them through to win some games and at least keep them relevant. Okay? We've seen what happens when we don't have Romo and Dak. The 3 times we haven't, they've been.
We'll tell everybody what you told me, that you kind of hope. Not.
You know what? At this point, I kind of wish that the whole thing, the only way this is going to get better is to hit rock bottom.
Which is why, listen.
They need, at the end of the year, that Cooper Rush says, you know what, I'm out. That Trey Lance says, you know what, I can go someplace else.
Yeah, I don't need this shit. I saw how you treated Dak.
Prescott, I'm going to go to a team that's actually worried about winning a Super Bowl.
Could you imagine? You just brought up a good point. Could you imagine if you're Trey Lance looking at Dak Prescott? Trey Lance is probably saying, whoa. This is literally the MVP runner-up 2 out of the last 3 years, and they're not even offering him a contract?
Right. Or trying to do anything to help him.
What's in my future? Now, I know people can say, well, he just look lucky to be in the league. I get it. So he's probably not saying that. But he's got to be looking at a little side eye at the situation. Like Dak's the leader of the team.
Manny, here's the problem, bro.
We're getting Manning
next draft.
Arch?
How are you going to get Manning next draft? You don't have any draft. You're going to. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to win enough games that you're going to be so far in the draft
I'll take Shedeur Sanders.
That same thing. You're going to have to.
I
be,
know.
You're going to have to be in the top 3.
This all goes into my. If they don't. See, I don't see. Here's the thing. I don't think they know what they want. I think they're literally flying on the seat, off the seat of their pants. Because if they're moving on from Dak, I listen, everybody. I talked about this. If they're moving on from Dak, then you got to take whatever you can get. Maybe he won't waive his no trade. Maybe he won't. But I would sit him down and say, Dak, you could say you're not going to sign an extension with the team, but we got to trade you. We're not going to re-sign you. If they know that, which tells me they don't know that they don't want to re-sign him, but yet they're going to allow him to test free agency. This team is doing shit ass backwards. Arch Manning in 2 years. Arch Manning has got to. He has to start for his college team. Walker Wade first. I know they'll give him the start, but he hasn't really been lighting it up.
Okay, what I want you guys to understand
Give me Shedeur.
is I believe that San Francisco to move up from the 13th to the 3rd, I think that's where they were. It was 3 number ones and a second. So when you say we're going to get Arch Manning, or you're going to say we're going to get Shakur Sanders, you honestly believe that we're going to be a 3-win team next year? Because that's basically what you're talking about happening.
Well, Blocka says Jerry Jones is 100 years old. Cowboys will be crazy to tank, but it's the Cowboys, so they will indeed tank. If they would tank, they would have got rid of Dak. They're just, I don't understand, because I would actually, once the season was over, I would actually be excited about having a top 5 pick with all the ammo that we would have next year.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem.
That would be exciting.
If they cut Dak, they would have saved $29 million, but they lose the comp pick.
This is true.
Right?
This is true.
There you have it.
So they're going to win 9-10 games, and they're going to draft anywhere from 20 to 26 if
Thank
we're
you,
lucky.
David. I appreciate that. 182 people watching and only 59 likes. Hit the like button. If Dak walks, we will have a pretty bad record. But why would I walk when I've got $55 million? I mean, I'm taking that money. I'm taking that money, and then I'm walking after the end of the year.
Coach JB doesn't like Shedeur at all. Who's JB?
JB. We don't have a JB coach.
Coach JB doesn't like Shedeur at all.
Okay.
Sanders only won 4 games.
Here's the problem. Here we go.
Here we go.
You're talking about a team that is in the process of rebuilding from basically
he is
nothing.
Byron B.
Okay?
Yeah.
We put too much on. You can't look and say he didn't play good at quarterback. They don't have the team. They didn't have the lines yet. They're still in the process of building. And unfortunately, everybody looks and just says, it's just a quarterback. Maybe what we need to do for football is we just have quarterbacks playing against quarterback and just forget about everybody else. Because everybody seems to think you don't need anybody else but the quarterback.
Yeah, well, we all, the real ones realize that it's not just a quarterback. But you do need your quarterback. We've had this discussion. You need your quarterback to win you a game every now and again. You do.
Yes.
You do. I'm not here to say, what's up, EJB? I just don't know. You know what it is? Normally, it's funny because in the draft, they don't mind screaming from the mountaintops, hey, listen, we need an offensive tackle in the first round. Mm-hmm. Letting everybody know, hey, we need a running back. So
it's not hard to see that
right,
either. Okay?
Right, but I mean,
Tyron Smith goes.
They don't mind doing that, but yeah, everything's a mystery with their players. So
no. Here's where it's fucking.
What's up, Cowboy Nation? What's up, Gina?
Here's where it's screwed up. You decided we don't need Amari Cooper. We're going to get rid of him for a ham sandwich without cheese. You go through and you decide, let's sign a guy who's got a tore ACL before we find out if it's going to be healed. Right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that let's go ahead and get Terrence Steele signed. With an ACL. Yeah. You got 3 guys that were all pros.
And you gave them
3 guys that were all pros.
Who was
that ended the season healthy, but we don't know about paying them.
Who was going to offer Terrence Steele any kind of money? Listen, I don't care. The season's over, but he wasn't obviously very good last year.
No.
So I'm not saying he can't get back there. I think his future is at right guard, believe it or not. So, yeah, it's just again, we talk all this crap, but they'll win 9-10 games. They'll make the playoffs.
Yeah, because they played Washington and the Giants. That's 4 right there.
They're a good team, but a lot had, like Mark was saying earlier, we were talking. They're going to have to get lucky to go far in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're not set up to, like the Niners, unless they suffer a major injury, the Niners are going to be there. I mean, I don't know. Listen, I don't know their schedule. I know they lost some people, but you would think they still have plenty of talent, that they're going to be there. You could pretty much bank that they're going to make the playoffs, barring injury.
If I could go to the Star right now and sit down with Jerry Jones, this is what I would say to him.
You'd be like, Jerry, here, let's do a shot.
You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire.
Jerry, retire. Get out.
Because it matters.
Eastside Herald, I haven't seen the new Texans uniform, and I don't give a rat's ass about the Texans uniform.
Let me look it up.
Okay? I don't care. And my daughter said, you're kind of creepy. Okay. All right? So stop creeping my daughter out. Hey, Primetime, do you think Zach was a bust all of them years? He was at Dallas. Oh, Zeke was a bust all these years. He was at Dallas. Okay.
Oh, they're ugly, man.
Here's the thing, that you start listening to some of the things that Jerry Jones says. I know everybody keeps saying watch the whole thing, but Jerry Jones was saying about
they got the Texas logo on it.
Oh, do they? Okay. He literally said, about trading back. He said, when you trade back, you got a Micah Parsons sitting there. You don't want to trade back. It's like, bro, you traded back and you got Micah. Do you not remember that, Jerry? Cole's Cowboy. What's up, Cole? Says we are doomed.
Cole's,
that would do
it's
nothing.
A shit show.
Brian B says, Micah to the Texans now? Okay. Well, him and CJ Stroud seem to be best buddies. They're gonna be
he's working out with them.
Instant analysis after the draft picks. Unfortunately, we're going to see the same painful losses we have the past 2 to 3 years. Each loss will be a red flag precursor to our playoff performances. JBW, I can't disagree with that. Game time, Brian, yes or no? Do you agree it would be nice to witness a division? Oh, Philadelphia. You know what?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hating, man, that's like an art form, man. It's like you like a born a hater, like myself, man. A lot of cats think they hate me.
Hey, Oscar, what's up, buddy?
I'm mad at everything, man. Brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man?
He's a real hater.
Why you got a car?
No, he didn't. We needed him to sell jerseys, laugh out loud. And here's the thing. This is why that Dak Prescott will get signed, or they will attempt to sign him. Now, the question will Dak want to sign? Is because Dak makes him relevant. And I dare say that right now, you correct me if I'm wrong, that Dak Prescott just got more leverage this week.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if you go out and you don't get Dak Prescott signed after not doing anything else, you look like you're complete inept. And it's not that you don't already look inept. And Dak has already let you know, you're right for right now. I'm not afraid to play someplace else. So if you don't want to pay me, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know at this point. I think Dak is looking at what's happening. He's definitely, unless they change course drastically. And listen, let's see what happens in the draft. Let's see what happens when May 1st comes and they dip into the free agency where they don't lose all their comp picks. Let's wait till then before we stick a fork in Dak or anything. I'm
not selling bongs or pipes or anything like that, Taz. Come on, man.
What's up, Thomas?
I was at the gym.
I was driving on 95, Thomas. I almost went off the road when I listened to it.
I literally had to get up from my seat and just go over and scream.
I'm glad I got here when I did. Mark was out back. He was looked like he was about to do something stupid.
I was about to jump in the fish pond.
Yeah, he was about ready to.
Oh, Lord. Philly 500 had sent me a video.
Here we go.
Cowboy fans go crazy.
Tell them to go pack something.
Wow, trade up into the top 12 rumor with Broncos. Cowboy fans go crazy.
Yeah, for Terry and Arnold. Mini-me.
Damn, he literally cut up me getting. Fuck you, Philly. Okay. He didn't waste any time. He's literally laughing at me. Okay. Thank you, Jerry Jones, for getting people. I think Dak is signed during the second free agent period.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, everybody just
But why?
relax.
But why? If does that, at this point, signing Dak, what does that mean?
Well,
What does it mean?
listen, we don't know what they're going to do. Who
gonna
haven't
be
they
running-
gotten that you wanted so much? It's just the point of it.
Bro, we are running our head into the brick wall year after year after year doing the same shit.
It ain't like there's not a guy I had to have out there. That's the thing. They haven't lost anybody I'm overly concerned about. We are, listen, Sam Williams was not happy towards the end of the year because of Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn was in charge of the cutting that linebacker that we got.
Not Damone.
What's it? Evans.
Yeah.
Evans. Dan Quinn went rogue a little last year.
And taking Mousy and trying to make him a 3 technique.
Yeah, he went a little rogue. So a lot of the team was divided on Dan Quinn, believe it or not. So I'm not saying they didn't like him, but, Sam Williams sure didn't hell like him. Do you think Micah Parsons liked him? Maybe a little bit. But do you think Micah at the end of the year when people were ragging on him after the playoff game? Mm-hmm. I don't know that, Micah feels what he, once thought.
Sugar Daddy Williams says Caitlin Clark has sold more jerseys than we have this year. I'll be honest with you, I don't really give a rat's ass about how many jerseys we sold.
That's a drop in the bucket for them anyway, Sugar Daddy. They make their money off of just their businesses, man. They just put $100 million in the Comstock. They're not rolling it back into the product on the field. They are rolling in money, Sugar Daddy. So
Contrary to what he tells you.
Yeah, jersey sales aside, Dallas is always up near the top when it comes to jersey sales.
Quinn went postal. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I know all about that.
Brian, we got to get up real early, and the earlier the better. Hopefully, David Wiley is here sometime soon, so we won't necessarily take up too much time.
Yeah, well, he just texted. He's eating.
Okay.
So he won't be here for a little while.
Okay. Well, as long as he's here. Hey, look, as long as his ass is rolling into the car.
He's going to take care of the girl.
5 o'clock in the morning, we're good. Okay. I think Dan Quinn was off his meds. Do you feel good about this draft after hearing the Cowboys?
Yeah.
You do?
Dallas is a good drafting team. Yeah. I thought you were pounding some alcohol.
I'm thinking about getting some.
No, we got to drive tomorrow, but maybe tomorrow night once we're in Detroit. Listen. The draft. Dallas Cowboys know how to draft, Mark. They know how to draft. Now, again, I don't agree with their philosophy, giving up a 4th-round pick for a guy who's on a 1-year deal, basically. Mm-hmm. I'd like to have my 4th-round pick, but we can get that 4th-round pick back. They're going to be ultra aggressive. Hang on, people. If we're sitting there at 24 and they see a guy slip into 17 that they want, they're going to go up and get him. And if they have to give up a number 2 next year, they'll do it because they have all these draft picks. So, again,
after all the number 2s they've been dropping?
Yeah, I mean, again, they will be fine drafting. I think at this point, we need to give them through this free agency period and see what they actually do. Their actions are going to speak volumes, okay? I don't need to hear Jerry Jones talk. I just don't. Jerry Jones is embarrassing.
You got that shit right. Chuck, shout out to Jay Tuck. Y'all should be 100,000% concerned about Dak's future in Dallas. Dak doesn't do contract talk once camp starts. If Cowboys think they can win him over in the open market, it's like having his girlfriend think they're going to stay together in college.
Yeah, I'm not overly concerned about it at this point, Jay Tuck. I think it is what it is, man. Life's too short to stress over what the Joneses are going to do. He's either going to be here or he's not. That's it. Jane Slater, we're back. What do you want to add? Oh, yeah. Jane Slater, he lit you up, Janie.
Oh, did he?
I remember he's like snipped at her, and then he goes, "Well, no, like you're good," and then he backed it up. Bobby Babinski, you hear about Jerry's new mistress, Dixon Cider? Got it.
Okay. What's Dixon Cider? I don't get it.
You don't get it? Say it again.
Dixon Cider. Oh, okay. Dixon Cider. Okay, Bobby
Babinski. Tell him
Okay.
what he's won, Johnny.
All right, so this drive
What's
tomorrow.
up, Ruben Walls?
This 9 hours.
Now it's 9. Mother, every day it's longer.
It's 500. Depends on. Listen, how much coffee you drinking in the morning? Because I gotta have my damn
It's
coffee.
a 6.5 hour drive.
Okay,
It's a 7 hour
I can
drive.
tell you right now.
It's about an 8 hour
I can tell
drive.
you right now, we're gonna have to stop off at what you call it? Shit,
Buc-ee's?
Breezewood.
Buc-ee's?
Well, no, there's no Buc-ee's on the way here. Okay, but we'll be stopping at Breezewood. That's 2 hours in. Okay, you got to stop at Breezewood.
What the hell's Breezewood?
Breezewood is right there where the PA Turnpike hits.
But what is it?
70. It's like a tourist trap. There's all these restaurants and
Oh,
gas
yeah,
stations and all that shit there. So we have to stop and take a piss. Okay, or at least
All
I
right.
do.
Nobody's saying we're not
Okay.
stopping. You gotta eat too. You gotta have breakfast
Or
somewhere.
we're taking a bucket on the road.
Nah, done that before a long time ago. No.
And I'm not wearing any Depends.
Dixon Cider.
All right.
Got him.
and then we're going past Pittsburgh, and that might be around lunchtime.
Hey man, we might be near Twiz. Pick him up.
Oh fuck to it. Go over and put a foot in his ass. How about that?
Pick up a Twiz and Sills on the way.
There's my girl, lovely Lola. Yes, Linda knows where it is.
I like the draft hoodie. I just got a picture of the draft hoodie. Look at that, people.
Oh, more money to fatten the Jones.
No,
the NFL's draft. Okay,
Yeah, that's nice.
okay.
That's Ultra Cowboy. Ask Mark if it does not find the NFL Draft 2024 Detroit hoodie. The hanger said XL, but man, when I got to the room, it was 3XL. I don't know his size, but I bought it.
3XL. I can do 3XL.
I bought it for $99. I could sell it to him for $75.
Okay. I was gonna say sell it to him for $175. Okay. Well, email me
What the
Cowboys
hell,
Mark.
man?
Email me Cowboys.
We're
Mark
gonna meet
94.
up with him.
Oh, that's loyal.
No, it's not loyal.
I mean, excuse me, Ultra.
Yeah.
Okay, Ultra. You've got no fears? Bye, Kid Cowboy Troll.
Kid Cowboy, what up, man?
Be careful in Detroit. Well, see, Crazy Corvette, this is one of the reasons why originally I was looking to save some money and be further out and drive in. But I remember that there are a few places that you don't want to be. And I can tell you that the NFL does not want to have anything happen in there.
Yeah.
They got more cameras. They've got a whole nerve
You want to be
center,
where
so-
we're at. Plus, with 4 people, it's not horrible.
We should have some great sights and sounds and everything else. We are literally right there.
No,
by
you
the
didn't,
NFL
Twiz.
experience
You did
and
not.
the stage and stuff. So definitely check us out, and we'll be live streaming or at least uploading while we're driving. We'll see how well the
Yeah, I
live
uploaded 4 videos, but they were short. David Brooks has ACL. It was a clean ACL tear, no other ligament damage.
Was that in November?
Yeah, it was Dallas's. No, it was earlier. I thought. No, I don't know. You'd have
Jonathan
to,
Brooks, right? I think.
yeah,
it was
you'd
in
have to look
November.
it up. But that Dallas's Dr. Cooper is the one that did the surgery. So I'm less worried about that. People are, the Trey Benson had an ACL tear as well as a freshman at Florida State. So there's a lot of injuries. Jackson Powers Johnson, he actually got cleared. It's looking good health wise for him. Graham
November
Barton.
12th.
Okay, Graham Barton has a not rotator. What's the other one? Not rotator, Mark. What's up here? Graham Barton has an issue with his.
Oh, I know. Rotator cuff?
No, it's not a rotator, but it's something like that. But anyway, the Graham Barton's dealing with some stuff. They're all dealing with something. They play football, people. So,
November 12th. That's not that long ago, bro. I don't know that he's going to be 100% start season. We've had experience recently with guys tearing ACLs and Terrence Steele and Michael Gallup. And we're going to need somebody to plug in immediately. Now, the experts are believing that there's nobody running back wise that has a first round grade. Do you believe that?
No, yeah, there is no running backs that are going to go in the first round. Absolutely not. It's not like it was last year. But even last year, there was only the one, right? And then Jahmyr Gibbs snuck in.
Sanchez, damn, tennis elbow from watching too much porn. Oh, my God. 30 Sanchez, we just love you, bro. Okay. Hit the wall, y'all. Hit the like, y'all. Yeah, thank you very much on that. Can't wait for Ultra to meet Mark. Yeah, that's going to be interesting, man. That's going to be interesting to see if it's one of those cases.
Yeah, I told Ultra that we'll be live streaming from somewhere tomorrow night. I just don't know where.
Might be on the roof on the sucker. Maybe we get on the roof of the hotel and do it, but who knows?
Right, a running back is decent plug and play.
Okay.
I love Jalen Wright from University of Tennessee. I definitely like him, and you don't have to get him. I would say by the 4th round.
So what happened to Trey Benson?
Well,
Trey is not injured.
Why? What's wrong?
No, I'm saying why are we looking at Jonathan Brooks, a guy who's recovering from an
Jonathan
ACL?
Brooks would have been a better prospect without the ACL.
Yeah, well, so was Jalen Smith.
I'm just trying to say that Trey Benson tore his ACL too, just a couple of years ago.
At least it's had time to heal, and
Yeah,
he's
I
at
know.
least been playing since then. All right.
Yeah, so.
I just have this fear of injured guys that we bring in. We have not had the best of luck with them, from Sean Lee to Jalen Smith and so on, from Morris Claiborne.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't want him. I think he'll be fine. I think he's a really, really good player, Mark. That's the thing. He's that good. They're not going to draft him. Well, I can't say not, but you would think they wouldn't draft him without, make sure he's good to go. But again, I like a lot of other running backs. Mm-hmm. Jalen Wright, serotonin cowboy. That's the guy I like. I even like Lloyd at USC. Like him. These are all later guys. So meaning round 4.
Mike Fisher said you need to get your number 2 pencil to understand Jerry.
Yeah.
That means you have to do some math. And most
Bryan,
people can't
give
do
Ultra
it.
my love. I think he's a good guy. Yeah, I know, Brad. What's up, Chuck? What's up, my man? Coach Jeff, I think Dallas is using Jonathan Brooks as a smokescreen to go after Trey Benson.
That could be it. Randy, we've got lollipops this year.
We got
dum-dums.
We got dum-dums, and I actually got you the nice ones. I got you the Tootsie Pops, but we saw the dum-dums.
Yeah, which we figured was perfect for Cowboys. We're dum-dums.
Glimmer man, I want
Sadly,
players we can
dum-dums.
break ourselves. No one that's already broken. Yeah, right.
Hey, Chuck. Hey, Jeff.
Cardinals fandom. Mark, stop trying to take our QB. Who's your QB, Cardinals fandom?
Kyler Murray?
We want Kyler. What's up,
no, I
Internet
don't think
Junkie?
so.
What's up, my man?
No 4th round pick. You're right about that.
Clemente, Mark Holmes, it's a little strange you're at home streaming and not at the Red Brick House.
Yeah, it's going to be even stranger because I'll be in Detroit tomorrow.
What's even more stranger?
Darn it, Sanchez, I want both of you to have a drink on me.
Nice.
So if we're having a drink on him, are we sitting on him and drinking? I don't know.
That's just weird.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
What's weird is that Mark's wife is not with you. So
She's taking care of Mama.
yeah, Mark, don't let your Tootsie roll.
Okay.
Hey, Mark,
All
you're
right,
going to
Jeff,
take you rum.
That
yeah.
sounds like a dirty Sanchez.
I
right
got
there.
some Ron Zacapa. Now he's got a bottle of Ron Zacapa.
Listen, it's the Cowboys, and we're not driving anywhere, so we made it.
Ultra's bringing me a bottle of something. And
If it's coming from Puerto Rico, it should be some Bacardi.
Nah, so he's. What's up, West Virginia country boy?
I think about this. I'm going to probably have a very rare bottle of rum because of the Cowboys. Because we bottled this in 2019. It was 25 years old. So that means that shit's 30 years old right now.
Now, does that go bad at all or no?
No, it just gets mellower with age. So,
so when are you going to crack it? When we get to a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Or win it?
Yeah.
Or get to it?
Well, at this point, it might be an NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
I'm tired of waiting, man. Shit.
Taz, Mark, is Game Time Bryan allowed to say no? Why would I say that? Nah, man. I don't. I want no part of saying that, Taz. Zach Frazier, I like him. I actually think Jenkins Gaming. I think the two guys that are everybody's talking about Barton and because of the position flex, but Jackson Powers Johnson, Zach Frazier, they are two centers only.
David,
and I like that.
Sadly, David, we need to train Trey Lance to get our pick back. Nobody's giving us a 4th round pick for Trey Lance. No. Sorry, that's not going to happen.
What's up, James Snyder? How are you, buddy? Bryan, do you think we could win our division? Cardinals? Yes, I do. I actually think you can. I think, as a matter of fact, I told Mark a little while ago, I said the Cardinals are going to have 3 first-round picks this year. They will be the darlings of the first round.
Oh, God, Twiz. Don't say that.
It's Kelly, $2. Hope you all have fun.
Kelly.
Thanks, Kelly.
Well, we're going to finish getting the car loaded tonight.
That bottle will be in Mark's will. Oh, my Lord.
It might be.
Oh,
you know,
Lord.
and I might want to just put it in the Red Brick House as an artifact.
Yeah.
Mark Holmes' dream bottle.
Yeah, add it to, like amendment where they can't open the bottle ever. Like, they can't tear down your... Like, it has to be a natural disaster to bring it down.
Or maybe I should bury it, like, in the basement or something.
Put it in a time capsule.
There you go. Yes. Cowboys' hopes and dreams. Do not open time
Joe Boo
capsule.
with a bottle of rum.
Oh, jeez.
Imagine digging that thing up in 50 years. What the hell is this?
75-year-old rum.
And Joe Boo.
80-year-old rum.
And some...
Oh, shit.
And some voodoo doll staring you down.
Yeah. Can we get Frazier in the 2nd round?
Yeah, no, I don't think he'll make it to our pick. We're in purgatory, people. That's where Captain Trade Down's got to ride. We got to ride, baby. We got to pause. Mm-hmm. We get nothing in trade for Lance because we never. Yeah, exactly, Glimmerman. We never played him. Only we do. We give up a 4th round pick. He comes in middle of the year, right? He was learning. Listen, I don't have a problem with last year. We just got him in the middle of the year at the trade deadline, towards the end of the year, actually. So I don't have a problem with that. But you got to play him this year. You got to play him all preseason. See how he looks.
Chuck said I can will it to him. There you go. Chuck, no way. Well, here's a good laugh for you.
Start of draft weekend, just like cockwork. The Eagles are trying.
Cockwork is that?
Did I just say what I think pause?
It's a pause, all right. You and
For some reason, I love Cox. I mean, what is it?
What is it? Him and Jimmy Shakes are packing? Remember that one?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he'd pack it and swallow it.
Packing and swallowing and Cox.
I love Cox.
Jeez.
What are you guys? What's going on?
Wasn't Jerry big time entertainment this afternoon? I love doodling.
No,
oh my God, Kelly, it was disgusting.
Oh, Kelly, it hurt.
I'm sorry. And listen, I love my Cowboys. And at one point I loved Jerry, but now it's not fun anymore. It's not fun. Why?
It used to be cute when he talked about when you circumcise a mosquito. It's like,
circumcise a mosquito.
And then Jerry Jones, he comes up with them. And now it's like, you got to think about 3 years out and things like that.
You know what it is?
Oh, shit.
When Dallas loses... it's been 29 years since we've been to a Super Bowl, and now all the little things bother me. You're out there, listen, I'm not going to get personal, but I am. I mean, he has his own issues with illegitimate children, or he had out of wedlock, whatever, when he was running and gunning, that he's just still going to, winning lawsuits over, So it's like, it's nothing but bad that, that's happening in these off seasons the last few years. Remember the Rich Dalrymple where he's spying on the cheerleaders and they had to pay millions of dollars to a bunch of cheerleaders?
Rich Dalrymple,
yeah. I mean, it's just like ugly 49er fans. Brian, just start Trey Lance. You guys gave us a fourth for a reason.
Because we're stupid. How about that?
49er fans, just tell Mark he actually isn't that bad. Mark likes to say, well, they started Sam Darnold over him.
I mean,
it was a matter of injuries, though, Mark. It was.
I agree, but if you're telling me a guy can't stay healthy in 4 games,
Bobby Babinski, $2 super chat.
Especially with the talent they had around them. We're talking about the Cowboys that basically are saying that, we want Dak and you got to win the Super Bowl on your own. And you think that that's going to work?
Yeah.
They're setting him up to be the fall guy.
Bobby says Cowboys drama equals good content. Jerry's World. If you saw today, Bobby, he looked rather snippy, like he's tired of hearing about it. They know that they are being talked bad about. That's why I'm going to scream it from the mountaintops and just rub it in their face that Howie Roseman, Howie Vision, listen, I'm a Cowboy fan, but I just find it, I think they're starting to hear it. Now, I mean, listen, they're getting very, it's pretty sad when Steven's got to be the guy to calm his dad down. Steven seemed more level-headed today than Jerry. Jerry seemed like he was out for blood. Mm-hmm. And you had Mike McCarthy just standing there just saying, like why am I here? Rick, I would have rather, if it was really a draft and press conference, why wasn't Will McClay up on there?
Yeah, and why is Jerry Jones still
Jerry, get away. Nobody cares what you have to say anymore. It's all crap. You're doodling.
Well, this was...
Yeah, she did. Jane Slater did try to kick the Providador in.
Really,
yes, Kelly.
Jones. Okay, so I couldn't watch it, the whole thing, like you did.
Jane Slater, NFL Network. Trust me, I get budgeting. I've been working on it over the years. But my job is to explain to fans, friends, and family who don't understand when you've got these 3 free agents, particularly Dak. We've seen in the past, I don't think us covering this team, we're surprised that a deal hasn't gotten done. And typically they don't get done until training camp. But why not work on those deals earlier so that you have the flexibility to go get those veterans that have led to success in the last 2 postseasons?
Your problem is that well, I'm answering your question, but you don't have many problems.
There it is.
You're
now he's backtracking.
But the point is that you may be working on it and not moving anything but your eyebrows. Who in the world would think that we're not working on it?
Actions speak louder than words,
Jerry. It pops open at 2 a.m. sometimes. What your actually question is why don't you have something done and negotiated and put in the drawer? Well, we'd like to see some more leaves fall. We'd like to see some more action. It's called option. A lot of guys need to hand it off. First guy through the line. Another one will keep it another step.
I have a question for everybody. Is this Jimmy Johnson here?
He'll decide whether to turn upfield with it, and then he's still got a pitch left. So it's called option quarterback. That's working the problem.
Is this Jimmy Johnson?
That's working the problem. I've spent my life being an option quarterback, and I can go right out to the damn sideline and still leave a pitch in.
I said that a couple weeks ago.
So I can do that, and that's
Micah,
just
but I think I was wrong.
That you have, and so you never know. You might give money to somebody that you shouldn't have given it to. You got 2 or 3 of those names around here for me? I've been reading about them all week. So I know they're out there. I shouldn't have handed it off as quick. Should have gone on out and seen a few more. I see some more defense before I either pitched it or kept it. So to say that you're not working on it and going is not the right answer. What they differ with you is your style. Because it's on your mind. It'd be madness not to know that the contracts are ahead. I want to see a few more
that's what it sounds like, Wimmer, man.
Candidly. If you got trouble with when the timing is around here, it's because I'm not ready to go.
And you don't worry about those numbers going up as a result of other teams paying some of these players at their positions.
I worry about you. If you're asking me, do I worry about things going up? Not worry, but I probably have
why I
as
got
good a feel
Viagra.
as anybody living on this
Blue
earth.
pill, baby.
What the cap is going to be 3 years
What's up,
from now,
Lawrence?
4 years from now, 5 years from now. I really do. We've got
Stephen Jones is on-
exceptional
yeah, I know.
insight
I
into where
listened,
the cap
Ricky.
is going to be. More so than a lot of people.
Jane, I can assure you, if we felt like we could get a number that was a good number, because unfortunately these, as we all know, representatives talk to each other.
Yeah.
You don't think the representatives of Jefferson and CD and Chase aren't talking? And you don't think they got their eye on something really
Or
big?
the same guy.
Please. I mean, they're not ready to come in here. Same thing with Micah and same thing with Dak. I mean, it's just, it's
called
a little cat and mouse.
The lead.
Total respect for him.
Why not get ahead of that then, if you know what some of those big numbers might be?
Well, you don't know what those big numbers might
You
be.
certainly don't if you start
And as I said, if you really, your gut feel was, if Jerry's gut feel was that was a good number, then you might would do it.
Jerry's such a good negotiator. He said
saying
CeeDee
get
Lamb's one
ahead
of the best
it
ball
as though
players in
you
the league.
knew the answer. And one reason you're not
piling
doing it
money on
is you
top
may
of
not
money.
have the answer. You may really need to see if
size
there's
of the
more cap room. You might need to see if you're going to get somebody else signed. Or you really right then might not even have the money under the cap, of course.
AJ.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is it's timing. Timing is obviously as important as the principal amount. And
Yes, you're right.
sometimes timing keeps you from making a mistake.
AJ, Grandpa still thinks he's running the Cowboys. You're right about that. Brad Harris McCarthy says is like, why am I here? I'm sorry. This is where you. So let me see if I get this right. Is he basically saying that he's waiting for the agents to dictate to them what their number is?
Basically.
Why aren't you out there saying, look, here's an offer. Let's start negotiating.
Here's an offer now in stone right now. Here's our offer. What do you got? And at least that's
How you doing, Orlando? Yeah, here's an offer, okay? Lowball a number. Here's the number.
Did you get the super chat?
Yeah, I got that one. AJ says Grandpa thinks he's still running things.
Yeah.
But to me, it says, okay, hey, Dak, we got Lamar Jackson's contract here. Okay,
Yes, he does, Dirty Sanchez.
$52 million. Why don't we start there? Let's have a conversation about from that point and see where you are. And Dak, people say, no, man, we got to be higher than that. Okay, that at least gives you a starting point to open up the doors.
Yeah.
What do you wait? You're waiting for them to come to you? This is the same shit of when it was the trade deadline. Well, we're taking calls. You're not initiating any of those? You are passive? What happened to the squeaky wheel gets the lube?
I agree, AJ. McCarthy just wants to get the football and get the fuck out of it. Yeah.
Thomas, you're 100% right. It is the damn clown
Yes,
show.
it is, man. The Muppets. It's the circus is in town and it hasn't left in a while. It's not fun, people, but
No, you didn't say he looks like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
yes.
Oh, my God, no. Oh,
Him and
my
his son
God.
does business ass backwards. Chuck, it's in saying that to still win 9-10 games. That's what's the frustrating part is because I think I always think they're close to doing something unbelievable, but they will just refuse to go out and put their ass on the line. I think we're going to trade back. Just watch. Clemente, I hope so, man.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I've never felt so depressed going to a draft before in my life.
I'm not. I'm going to have fun.
Dak is only worth $49 million a year. Can't pay a quarterback.
Where'd you come
too
up with that number?
The real fan. Okay. Can't pay him too much or you have cap troubles. Okay. All right. So then Cincinnati's in trouble. Then Baltimore's in trouble. The Eagles are in trouble. And
Eagles may be in trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
But they have a lot of draft picks, so Bobby Babinski. Just like Al Davis living in the past. Yeah, I hear you, man.
Well, I think we're going to go ahead and finish rolling on out of here on this one because this is just getting too depressing, even though we're getting all the super chats now. Mark Hutton, they're not going to do anything until after the draft when everybody regarding contracts. Possibly. And maybe they're just trying to baffle us with bullshit. And, of course, before the draft, they are what everybody is talking about, which is what they want.
Jenkins Gaming. Sad thing is, if we get rid of Dak this year and start Lance, he leads us to a playoff trade with $150 million a year.
Yeah,
probably.
Here's the problem. Oh, you mean start him this year?
No, he's saying, yeah. If we get rid of Dak this draft year and start Lance, I think Lance would. He would be a fool for arguing. He would sign a decent deal. I don't know that it would be 50.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's making, this is his first year he's made real money. He's making $5.4 million this year. Somehow I think $40 million, would be more than enough for him. Maybe 45. That's a bargain in this day and age. Does Zeke a contract scare Jerry from playing running back in free agency? Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I like drafting a running back anyway. We're just pointing out that
Lance has made $34
it says
million.
4 year. Okay, yeah, I forgot he was number 2 overall.
Yeah, or 3.
Number 3 overall.
Zach Wilson was number 2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Hard to believe that one, isn't it? Clemente, we will. We
Thanks,
definitely will be
Clemente.
safe out there. Nothing about Chick-fil-A, though. Bet y'all won't do it.
Y'all guys be safe out there in the morning. In game time, Brian Markram said nothing about Chick-fil-A.
Bet y'all won't do it. What is?
Though bet y'all won't do it.
What's up with Chick-fil-A?
I don't know.
My daughter told me today that they changed the formula on something.
On what?
On the chicken, so it's like hormone free or whatever,
nice.
something like that. But I don't know about any.
Ravens lost 15 players in free agency, including 3 starting alignment. Yeah, Paul Mancini. You'll never hear a word about it. Edward White, $45 million.
Next year, $25 million for Lance. Okay,
we'll see. I mean, Vinny. We don't even know if Lance can play. So, again, I was telling Mark earlier, one of 2 things are going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Either...
Oh, Chick-fil-A gives you gas. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't know that. Either Trey Lance is going to look good and he's going to be the starter going forward, or he's going to look bad and they're going to pay Dak whatever the hell he wants. They will not have a quarterback next year. They'll have one of those 2. And they're going to draft one this year, so $45 million for Lance a year. Are you on drugs? I'm not saying Edward. I'm not saying now. I'm saying somebody posed a question that if he had a great year and won a playoff game, Edward.
Right.
Edward, pay attention, buddy. If he wins a playoff game and he's lighting it up, he's going to get a lot of money.
You got that right. Well, maybe not with the Cowboys.
Not with the Cowboys. No, hell no. They'll start a Cooper Rush for 12.
I love this. Jane Slater about to be on the trespassing list of the Star.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So a little birdie told me that, well, no, you weren't on that Zoom call, that Mike Fisher lost his access.
Did he?
That's what I was told. So that he's not able to walk freely amongst the stars.
I tell you, he has been.
So
the question is, did he just lose it, or has he lost it a while ago? Which would explain why.
A while ago.
He has been He has been really going after them.
Have you noticed? He's been a little more aggressive. Yeah. It was a while ago, like a few months ago.
Okay.
So that makes a lot of sense to me. That's what a near and dear YouTuber told me. So.
Oh, okay. We'll have to check that out.
And,
so wait a minute.
He got it from the other YouTuber that you talk about. Jay Tuck is aware of it as well.
Does that mean he's about to be in his mama's basement then?
Yeah, he's broadcasting from his mama's basement. My mama.
With trading Dak for the number 11 and 23, Sam Darnold back to at least start in 20. Okay. Guys, listen to me. Listen to me carefully. If you are Dak Prescott, if you are Dak Prescott, why would you waive your trade clause to go to Minnesota and have them give up their draft capital, which is to get players they need to win? Why? Why would you do that?
Right.
Especially when they decided we're not going to pay, we don't have the money to pay Kirk Cousins.
He's going to be a Raider. This is what he's going to be next year.
But Dak? Mm-hmm. Nah, he'll be a New Orleans Saint.
You think?
He'll be a New Orleans Saint. That would be my
guess. Oh, yeah, there you go.
He's from Louisiana. That would be like, and to be that close to Dallas, you know, how they kind of have that regional rivalry there. That's the way you stick it to
them. There you go. Ma, the meatloaf.
The meatloaf.
Yeah, that's Brad. That's the movie.
All right, so final thoughts here, man.
Final thoughts is
I see you yawning there, bro.
Yeah, well,
we got to get up early.
I'll be up late. My final thoughts is this: it's never as bad as it seems. It's the Cowboys. It's just another.
Worse.
What's that?
You know, it's worse.
It's just another day in the life of being a Cowboy fan. So just everybody take a breath. The draft is in 2 days. Let's enjoy it. Let's see what happens. Let's not get caught up in winners and losers. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, and make sure you guys check out my man Game Time Bryan. I told him he is not allowed to get back in the car to come back after the draft if he's not over 12,500 subscribers.
Okay, so that's 1,000 more subs.
If you guys want to see Game Time left in Detroit. Okay.
Great. You're going to leave me in one of the most crime-ridden cities there is.
We need you to help save the man's life. Okay.
Hey, we've come a long way since trying to get me to 300 subscribers.
You remember the Hall of Fame, man?
That was just a few months ago.
It's like, we're going to get you to 300. Are you kidding me? Yeah. No, I'm proud of you, man.
But we had fun though, and that was the thing. Thanks, I appreciate it.
And also, guys, be looking for some new shit tomorrow, man. I'm going to tell you, you might actually want to get some of this shit that we're serving up here. What?
What are we serving?
You know, you've seen them. We got them all.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with stupid. Okay.
Thanks, man.
Okay, no, but we got some new shit we need you guys to be looking forward to seeing tomorrow, and hopefully we might see some of you guys there at the draft, and we're going to try and give you guys a different perspective of what it's like being at the NFL draft. We haven't seen my man about Rosie O'Donnell's, have we?
Asman's
missing.
Yeah, he's missing. The only people crying are Mark Holmes and the Cowboys. Oh, thanks, Bill Mark. Spilled milk. You're so kind, buddy.
Well, I'm glad you tuned in to see us crying.
Yeah, thanks. Well, you picked a good night.
Definitely. Definitely. All right. I appreciate you guys being here. And
see you in the morning, everybody. We'll be doing some live streams.
And for my son, Philly 500.
Finally here, it is the start of draft weekend. Just like clockwork, the Eagles are